Another topic in the news this week was the fiery reaction from Prop 8 supporters to two gay rights bills signed by the governor. One bill recognized May 22nd as Harvey Milk Day in honor of the nation's first openly gay elected official. The other bill involved state recognition of some out-of-state gay marriages. We asked local civil rights attorney Mattheus Stephens what this bill means for same-sex couples in California, and here's what he had to say.
What it specifically means for folks who might care to get married is if you're married outside of California, your marriage will still be valid and recognized here in California without the word marriage attached to it. So it provides a safety net of recognition. Yeah. I think some couples will go to Iowa, for example, get married, and then that marriage would be recognized in California. And frankly, I think that's appropriate. The state Supreme Court had previously said that same-sex couples are entitled to strict scrutiny protection, and that in failing to give same-sex couples the marriage right, that fundamental interest was being denied. So now it's the same-sex couple who is being inconvenienced and having to exercise this option to get recognition in their own home state.
So, as you can see, there are strong opinions on either side. What's behind the governor signing these gay rights bills now?
Well, I don't know if I can get into the governor's mind, but I think that he changed his mind. I think he vetoed a bill similar to this last year. But I think his vacillation reflects a larger issue, a societal issue. We're going through a convulsion here. We're trying to bring equal rights to a community which has not had full equal rights. It's going to take some while to achieve that. I'm not up on the iterations of all of the bills and this and that. But, the civil rights movement took 25 years from the end of World War II until about 1970 to sort of carry its course. Today, we don't even think about, giving equal rights to people of color. And I think the same thing's going to have to happen. It's going to be a 25-year revolution before people will accept gays in all, areas, including marriage. And in fact, if you go to the younger generation, the 20-something, the teenagers, it's not an issue for them. So maybe it's a generational thing. Maybe the older generation will have to kind of move out of the way before everyone accepts everyone in our society.
Well, Prop 8 that was passed last year by the voters in California basically said same-sex marriage is not legal, and it was upheld by the California State Supreme Court. So maybe California is lagging behind a little bit in this.
Well, I think California has an element, or I shouldn't say an element, a population that's very conservative. It's church-going. It believes in sort of the traditional values of that whole area, and I think that's going to change. That group is going to grow older. They're going to go off to maybe other states or something, and we're going to see this new generation take over, and they're going to bring a wholesale change to our political structure.
Represented perhaps by President Obama. I mean, President Obama now is saying that he wants to see the don't ask, don't tell in the military eliminated.
I think President Obama is on the leading edge of this change that I'm talking about. I think he was put into office by people who want change. They want to see change carried out in our society, and I think bringing full rights of marriage to the gays is just part of that phenomenon.
But it's going to be a struggle, isn't it?
It is going to be a struggle because there are a lot of people that resist it.
Yes, at this point anyway. And now the Prop 8 is in the federal courts.
Right.
That could make a big difference.
Right, and Prop 8 could be overturned, and we could go back to where it was before that, which is that gays are allowed to have all the full rights of being married. And I think whether the Supreme Court rules or doesn't rule, I think it's going to change. There's a wave coming, and it's going to change. No matter what the courts say or what the voters say, the change is going to arrive. It just might take some years to get here.
Well, thank you for your opinion. Tom York.
Thanks.